Hey guys, welcome back. So we're getting ready. We're gonna go on a quick little trip to 2nd Ave thrift store up here in Northeast Philadelphia. I got a good feeling about thrifting today. It's been kind of a dry streak for me lately, but I think today things are gonna change. So let's get ready and head inside. Alright guys, here we are. We are walking in the front door at 2nd Avenue Thrift, grabbing my cart, and we're gonna go walk over to the first section I like to look through at the store. Is generally the toys. This store has a very large toy aisle, runs almost the entire length of the store. First thing here is we've got a bunch of different dolls, and I see this Squirtle. The Squirtle is cool and it's worth about 20 bucks, but $6.49 was too much for that bag. I wouldn't pay $6.49 to make 20. Although I do make some other weird choices, but there's a lot of these LOL OMG surprise dolls. I don't know much about them, but I figured that I just grabbed anything that was interesting and I comped them out as I was going. So I tossed a bunch of these in the cart here. Turns out that most of them weren't worth anything. There are some LOL surprise dolls that are actually worth some good money. These just weren't it. I didn't know what this one was. This is Edna from The Incredibles. She's missing her glasses, so I didn't know that until I comped it up on Google Images. Yeah, we've got bunch of different dolls here. I saw these. I didn't know those little naked baby doll things. I didn't know if they were going to be some kind of weird, like, you know, foreign brand or something that maybe would have had some value, but I just tossed them in the cart just to see. And it turned out they didn't have anything. They weren't anything special. See some Disney princesses and some regular Barbies, and just nothing I really feel like messing with. Again, you know, more of these. These prices were all over the place too. You see this nice Tinkerbell. I'm really not sure what Disney princesses dolls to look out for. There's Enchantimals in there. I always mix those up and think that those are Monster Highs, and then they never are, and they're not really worth anything. At least none that I've ever found. These ones, you know, like I said, the prices are all over the place. You got $5.49, $7.99, you know, $3.99. Just a bunch of weird pricing on the dolls. I don't know how they decide what they want to charge for each one of those. And see, I'm just digging through. Again, I mean, I was in this section for a pretty good amount of time, and it was kind of funny because I ended up actually not picking up anything from this little section over here, but that's okay. That happens, you know. I'm always trying to learn different things as I go to the thrift stores, and dolls is one of them. I know to look out for Monster High, but I don't think I've ever found a Monster High doll while I've been out thrifting. I hope to someday. I'm just kind of rummaging around. I don't even know who this is. I couldn't tell. I almost grabbed it just to Google Lens search it, but it just, you know, wasn't really anything worthwhile. Got a bag of dinosaurs here. That dinosaur up top there is a Jurassic World, but it was missing the tip of its tail, so I ended up leaving that behind. Some more dinosaurs, little weird figures. You know, there was a lot of different dinosaurs, not a ton of Jurassic Park stuff, or at least nothing that seemed like it was worthwhile. There was like an Imaginext one, I think. That one wasn't worth anything. Just kind of unfortunate, just kind of how it goes, especially when you're doing toys. There's a lot of different things that you can learn. I pick up this Big Bird. I forget what year it was from, but it was just too dirty, and I just didn't really want to deal with it, and I'm not sure how to clean that properly, but I think I did take a look at it, and it would have been pretty decent if it was nice and clean. Yeah, I put most of these back, but I find this awesome gnome right here. He is a gnome wizard, and I will talk about him at the end of the video. There was only a few sold comps for him, and there's like different color variations. I found this awesome plush here on the shelf. I found two awesome plush today. I've got this, I believe it's a 25th anniversary Tomy Tails Prowler plush from Sonic the Hedgehog. And then I've got this bear here, which is about to fall, and boom. He wasn't anything either. I kind of thought he was a Build-A-Bear. Not 100% sure what he was, but I found this. This is some nostalgia for me right there. That is a 1994 Kid Dimensions White Ranger Power Ranger plush. That is right. Give that big thumbs up if you enjoy seeing stuff like that, and I love finding stuff like that. It's going to be in my whatnot background. Here I get to some of the more hard good type toys, and there's a lot of what are these? There's a lot of these Nerf guns and stuff like that. I know there's some good money in some Nerf guns. I find this Power Rangers Megazord toy. I looked at him up. I was kind of sad that he wasn't really worth very much. They had him priced right around what he sells for on eBay. I think they want it about $7 and he sells for about $9. So not much value there. Ended up putting him back. Walking along, there's a bunch of, they have an entire like cars section. Sorry James, eat your heart out. Casio EP10 Muppets. Keys feel good. Battery pack is there. Let's see how corroded. Hopefully no corrosion. Oh, of course there's corrosion. I'm still gonna take it. I'm gonna unscrew it at home and I'm gonna clean that corrosion off. And we'll see how we do with it. Only $4.99. Alright guys, while I was out thrifting, I found this awesome 1987 Pee Wee Herman. Unfortunately, his drawstring is broken, so he's going to get left behind. Plus, they had him priced up at $9, but he's a good one to look out for, especially if he works. Alright guys, right over here, we've got this Remington Body Waves. These sell really fast on eBay. Let's take a look and see how complete it is at the thrift store. We've got a lot of clips, but let me take a look at it closer and see if it's complete. So, good news is that that is complete in there. We're going to do a little section here that people often overlook when they're thrifting. Make sure to always check out the chemicals and stuff like that, and especially hair care products, just to see if there's anything that is worth picking up. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff that gets discontinued, and that stuff is always worth picking up. So let's go take a look through that. I'll be right back. Alright, nothing there in that aisle. We're gonna go take a look down at the electronics, because I don't feel like doing shoes today. Let's go see what we find. Oh boy, guys, I knew I called it when I said that I wanted to come here today. I didn't get to film absolutely everything, but we got ourselves 3 bags full, and I can't wait to show you guys what we picked up. So let's get back and take a look at what we got. Alright guys, welcome back. I am here with our spoils for the day from thrifting, and it was overall a great day. We're gonna just jump right into it. I didn't get to show everything that I picked up while I was in the store. Like I picked up these jeans, and I think maybe the Cuisinart thing here, and the Nest, and the Selfie. Like I picked those all up, but the electronics section was a little overly crowded, so I didn't record. And flipping through all the jeans, and this is the only worthwhile pair I found to sell, that would have been really, really boring. So we're going to start here. We picked up for $8.99 this Cuisinart. This is working bowl, blade, and lid. The thing about this is sometimes you'll hear the term, especially from Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, when in doubt, part it out. Well, this is a never doubt it, automatically part this baby out. So this has 3 different components that we can sell all separately, and we picked them all up for only $9. We've got here the top part, which is the DLC-1004TX. There are currently 44 listed, and there are 61 sold, and they sell between $25 to $30 plus shipping. Then inside we have the blade, and the blade is, I believe, the FP100TX12A, and there are 9 of those currently listed and 24 sold. And then the bottom part here, the actual bowl itself, is the FP-631AGTX, and these go all day long for $25 plus shipping. And they're so desirable, you can actually use your free USPS priority boxes and use those to ship them. So that is a great amount of profit from one purchase right there. And I basically left the base of the blender behind because that actually does not sell. Next up here, we've got this very awesome Tomy Tails plush from Sonic the Hedgehog. You see here, it is on a Tomy tag from Sega. I couldn't get the exact year, but I believe that this is the 25th anniversary Tails, and this is the 12-inch. There's a lot of 8-inch and 12 inches, and I believe I should be able to get somewhere between 35 and 50-ish plus shipping, and we spent a total of $4.49 on that guy. Next up, right down here, I would not normally pick something up like this. I kind of wish I would have gotten it a little bit cheaper, but they sell so fast that I didn't mind, I don't mind taking a really low profit for a quick flip. This is the Google Nest H2C. There are 42 of these listed and 176 sold, and I believe I'll price this somewhere around the ballpark of $25 plus shipping. And like I said, we spent $6.99 on that. Next up, I didn't pick this up to resell, actually. This is going to go to our buddy James over at J Philly Retro Toys. But I would figure that I would give you the rundown on it. He's a vintage toy collector, so I knew that he would want something like this, and he also wanted one of my other pickups, but I'm going to try to get that working and sell that, but I got to take it apart to clean. You'll see that closer to the end. But this is a 1987 Matchbox Toys Pee Wee Herman doll. He was $8.99. There are 119 listed and 31 sold, and in non-working condition he would sell for between $25 and $40 depending on the person. Like I said, that's just going to go to James, so I'm not really too worried about that. Next up, in the beginning, you saw when I was grabbing all the different bags of toys, most of the dolls I picked up turned out to not be worth picking up, but this one was. I picked up this little guy here. He just caught my attention while I was looking through the bags, and I thought he was interesting, so I used Google Lens to look him up, and he is from Sago Mini, and he is Tom the Gnome Wizard. There's only 2 solds and 4 listed. He probably will sit around for a little bit, and he's not a ton of money. I just thought he was cool. I thought he kind of comped out a little bit more, but then I see that the one that sold is the red one and the red, you know, little girl toy that goes along with him. And that sold for like 50 or 60 bucks or something like that when I looked it up. I think I should be able to get about $20-ish for him, and I spent $3.49 on this whole little bag of toys. You know, there's a Mickey Mouse, there's a Play School, there's a Daniel the Tiger, and there is a Mulan from Disney 100. That might actually have some value. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look up the rest of the little toys. I figure I'll save them for like a Whatnot show or something like that and try to make something out of them that way. So next up, we've got this Selfie CP 1300 Wi-Fi compact printer. These also had a very quick sell-through rate, and I see I paid up for it. We paid $14.99 on that, and there are 20 listed and 44 sold, and they look to be going between 50 and 65 plus shipping, so I don't mind doing that. I kind of wish my profit margins were a little bit higher on that, but it's all good because I believe it will sell relatively quickly. Next up, I picked up something I don't normally pick up. I don't pick up a ton of sports equipment and stuff like that. But this is a NFL Wilson, the Duke, Roger Goodell Commissioner football. Prices for these are all over the place. There are 23 solds. Like I said, the prices are everywhere, so I have a hard time trying to figure out a comp for this. I'm just going to kind of list it a little high and see what I get for offers. And there are 23 sold and 32 listed. We spent $6.49 on that guy there. Next up, this is something to be on the lookout for. Don't ever sleep on hair care products. Guys, I know you don't think to look this type of stuff up a lot of times you're in thrift stores because we are men and we are dumb. But stop being dumb and look these things up. This had a barcode on it, so it's very easy to comp. This is a Remington H1080N hair curling set, and this was in great condition. It has all the curlers, it has the clips, it will sell very well. There are 21 of these currently listed, and there are 41 sold, and they sell between $33 and $40, and we spent $9 or $8.99. I would pick that up every time I see it if I found one, especially with the box. Without the box, I probably wouldn't spend more than maybe $4 to $5. Next up, we've got this pair of Ariat, what are these? These are FR low-rise M4 bootcut jeans. These are a size 38-30. When I show you the comps here, it says that there's 168 listed and only 39 sold. But the thing about it is that there are other sizes mixed into that, even when you try to type the size in. I think that these will sell pretty well. They might sit around a little bit. I don't generally pick up clothing. But like I said, I only spent, what did I spend on these? I spent $8.49 on these, and they look like they should go for anywhere between $35 and $39 plus shipping. And our last item that we picked up, well, I'm sorry, I'll mention this. This is not for sale directly by itself. It's all dirty and dusty, and I gotta clean it up. But I think that this is the type of keyboard that goes along, and it has this little notch on there because Apple are giant pains in the butt, and back in the day they used to have all their own peripheral stuff. So even though this is a USB, I believe that you need that type of USB to go along with one of these old iMacs. I got this iMac for free, and I plan on trying to pair it together with a mouse next, and then this keyboard, and we're gonna see what we can get out of that. I'm hoping to get a couple $100 out of that. But the last part here, this was cool. Me and James talked about it for a little bit. This does not work. I put some batteries in it. There were batteries inside of it already. They were corroded. I'm going to have to take it apart and try to get inside and clean the corrosion off and see if I can bring this baby back to life. But this is the Casio EP10. It is a Jim Henson Muppet Babies little miniature electronic keyboard. And this thing sells fantastically if they work. There are only 2 currently listed. One is listed for parts, the other one is listed as working. If it is working, they sell for around $50-ish plus shipping and handling, and most people put them in priority. I can tell by the prices because they are getting about $15 to $16 in shipping on that. And lastly, we've got this guy right here. This is a 1994 Kid Dimensions White Ranger plush. He's a bit dirty. He is not for sale, so I will show you the sold comps on him. There were 13 listed and 11 sold. I only took a picture of the sold comps, but to me, he is priceless. You will see him when I do my whatnots and all that stuff. He will be in my background, and you can see him there. But guys, that was an epic trip to the thrift store, and all in all, we spent a little over $86. And you will see at the top of the corner of the screen exactly what we spent and exactly how much everything should be worth. That is all before doing fees and, you know, factoring in discounts and stuff like that. But I will take a trip like this to the thrift store any day. Our next video coming up should be, I have 2 church rummage sales to go to tomorrow, but for you guys it'll be probably a week or 2 before I release that video, because you know how slow I am at releasing videos. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody.